For all the latest updates, subscribe to News 9.
Hello, you're watching News 9 Digital. I'm Abhijit Singh Bhamra, and today I'll be talking to you as to why is the Board of Control for Cricket in India under fire by both former Indian captain Dilip Vengsarkar and IOA President Narinder Batra. Let's talk about former Indian captain Dilip Vengsarkar here first. Well, Dilip Vengsarkar on Wednesday lambasted the BCCI for the way it operates and runs cricket in India. He believes that selection is a major issue as far as Indian cricket is concerned, and he also blasted the national selectors or the former chief selector MSK Prasad for bringing in personal issues as far as selections were concerned. We'll go there in a little bit, but let's hear as to what Dilip Vengsarkar had to say about the BCCI's attitude towards its former players and also the officials who run the administration in the country.
BCCI is just not bothered. It is full officials that plays politics and they push their own people and agendas. This is where you get these kind of people, which is a shame. Good guys are sitting outside and you have these kind of people, which is unfortunate. This can only happen when politicians are involved who have no clue about cricket and they are at the helm of affairs and they call the shots.
But Colonel served as the chief selector between 2006 and 2008. So he knows a thing or two about selection committees and what goes into the selection and making of a player. But he wasn't done here. Colonel also had issues with the BCCI as far as the age cap is concerned. Now, according to the COA and LODA committee, an individual cannot serve as a BCCI official if he crosses the age of 60. He says if the age cap is on the selectors, then why not on the BCCI officials?
When I was sacked, they cited that the age cap was 60 years old. BCCI said if he is 60 years old, he should not become a selector, which I understand. But then, it should be for all BCCI officials and not only for selectors.
Now, Dilip Vengsarkar also revealed that it's the politicians who are at the helm of the affairs in the BCCI, and which is the major reason behind the board functioning on their terms rather than the board working for the development of cricket in the country. And also, according to Dilip Vengsarkar, all the good people are outside and not contributing to the Indian sport or Indian cricket, which they are supposed to because of the politicians who are at the helm of the affairs. So how far or how good are Dilip Vengsarkar's comments? But he's not the only one who has lambasted the BCCI. Up next, we have the IOA chief Narinder Batra, who has also come out and spoken against the BCCI. So what has he spoken?
The first preference of the Indian corporate is always cricket. But there have been many business houses that have been humiliated, insulted and ridiculed by BCCI because of their arrogance. So, they do not want to support BCCI anymore. BCCI in the past had a big attitude issue and they were just behaving like big daddies and insulting anyone. I think that actually has helped other sports bodies to get sponsors.
Well, the Narinder Batra has slammed the BCCI for the way it operates, number one, and also for the way they treat its title sponsors. Now, he has revealed some dark secrets of the Board of Control for Cricket in India and said that the way the board officials treat the title sponsors, who has pumped in so much of money, he's the major reason why all the title sponsors are now cutting off their ties from the BCCI and are moving on to other sports.
I have no take on it. Because of the happenings in BCCI, all other bodies are suffering. Why did LODA have to come in BCCI if it was functioning well? BCCI is responsible for the other bodies being smacked. When I say BCCI, it's the old BCCI, not the new one.
Let's take you back to 2001-2002. India was undergoing the match-fixing allegations, and then who came forward? It was the Sahara Group which came forward to help the BCCI. For 11 long years, that means between 2001 and 2 season to 2012-13 season, Sahara was the title sponsor of Team India, the longest by any sponsor as far as BCCI and Team India is concerned. But it was in 2012 when the relationship between Sahara and the BCCI started to get bad, or should we say worsen. But what was the major reason behind that? The major reason, the fallout started in 2008 when the then Sahara chief Subrata Roy and BCCI president N. Srinivasan had the tussle over contract issues and also the money sponsorships was concerned. This led to a further or a major battle, and the end result was that Sahara had to exit from Team India as its title sponsors. Then who took over as the title sponsor next? It was the Star India Group. The Star India Group between 2014 and 2017 served as the title sponsor for Team India. But they also had their constant tussles with the BCCI over no criticize rule. Now what is this no criticism rule? When any title sponsor or any brand signs a deal with the BCCI, the major rule says that you cannot criticize anything related to the BCCI. Now if you remember, in 2014 BCCI started its own production house, and all Star was doing was to produce what the BCCI has produced. So the problem was simple. They were just reproducing and repackaging what BCCI had produced, and that led to their exit in 2017. Now who took over in 2017? It was the mobile manufacturing giant from China, Oppo, who came in as the title sponsor for a whopping amount of 1,079 crores for a period of 5 years. This means between 2017 and 2022. But this deal lasted only for 2 years. Now after Oppo came Byju's, which is the current Team India sponsor, and their contract have been transferred from what was offered to Oppo, and their contract is till 2022. But what did this last transformation tells you? Between 2001 and 2020, we had 4 major title sponsors, and out of those 4, 2 have exited abruptly. This clearly tells you that something is wrong with the BCCI. Maybe it's the attitude problem, maybe it's the way they function, or maybe they are just not bothered about as to how to run or how to give respect to the title sponsors. So clearly Saurav Ganguly has a lot on its plate. He is not just there to serve as the BCCI president, but also to improve the board's image in front of the title sponsors. So do you think the BCCI has an attitude problem, or do they show attitude towards their title sponsors? What do you think about the video? Do send in your feedback and comments, and I'll be looking forward for the same. In the meantime, do not forget to subscribe to Newsland Digital across all social media platforms.